Quiet, please.
Just get quiet.
Quiet.
5 minutes, guys. Just for a minute, guys.
If you'd like to talk, you can go out into the hallway. I'd like to call this special town meeting to order. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. There are 2 items on this special town meeting. If anybody would like the right up here is basically 2 transfers or accepting 2 grants. Okay, may I have a motion nominating a moderator?
So moved. I nominate Kathy Cook.
May I have a second? Are there any other nominations? May I have a motion to close nominations?
So moved.
And may I have a second? Yeah. And your name?
Winkowski.
Okay. All those in favor of closing nominations, please signify by saying aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carried. I have a motion and a second nominating Kathleen Click moderator. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay, I shall be your moderator. This meeting will be conducted pursuant to Robert's Rules of Order. After the call is read, each item shall be acted upon individually. A motion and a second are required to put the motion on the floor, after which opportunity for discussion shall be provided. Each speaker is requested to state their name prior to making any comments or raising any questions. Opportunities for opposing views on any item are more than welcome. Open debate shall not occur. Comments and questions shall be directed through the moderator. Please limit your comments to more than a few minutes. I will accept a motion to accept the call as presented, as there are copies available to all. May I have a motion to accept the call as presented?
Second.
All those in favor of accepting the call as presented, signify by saying aye. Anybody opposed? Okay, motion passed. Item number 1, to consider and act upon the following resolution as recommended by the Board of Selectmen and the Board of Finance. Resolved that a grant in the amount of $8,256.84 is hereby accepted from the State of Connecticut, Office of the Secretary of the State, Revenue Account 33050-43000-G2101, and Expense Account 330-55011-58820-G2101 for the purpose of costs related to implementing and conducting early voting upon the terms and conditions set forth in an agreement between the State of Connecticut, Office of the Secretary of the State, and the Town of East Haddam. May I have a motion putting item number 1 on the floor?
So moved.
And who said that? And a second.
Second.
Is there any discussion on item number 1? Yes.
Yes, hi, Melissa Shepherd, 181 Petticoat Lane. I'm just curious what the cost of early voting was for the town of East Haddam.
That I do not know.
Do you, okay.
I don't
And
know.
so this grant was just,
What the state did was they gave different amounts to whether you were a large town, a medium town, or a small town. We were considered a small town, and that was the amount that was determined.
so that's what I was gonna ask. So this $8,256, all small towns? received
Yeah, so I
the
think
same
that we all
amount?
received the same amount.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
It doesn't cover the cost.
I'm sure.
Probably not
that-
even close.
But I think it's, on that point, I do think it's important for people to understand what the real cost of early voting is. Because as we're debating these issues at the state capitol, there are a lot of people who in small towns are concerned about the huge window as compared to urban centers, which definitely, I'm sure, have a lot of people walking in during those 14 days. But I think that the town of East Haddam should be made aware of what the actual cost of this process
Yeah, the registrars have that, I don't.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. Is there any other discussion? If there's no further discussion, I have a motion and a second that the legislative body herein assembled authorize the Board of Selectmen and the Board of Finance to accept a grant in the amount of $8,256.84 from the state of Connecticut, Office of the Secretary of the State, for the purpose of costs related to implementing and conducting early voting. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion passes. Item number 2, to consider and act upon the recommendation of the Board of Selectmen and the Board of Finance to accept a grant in the amount of $5,447.45 from the State of Connecticut Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection, Division of Emergency Management and Homeland Security, entitled Fiscal Year 2024 Emergency Management Performance Grant, Revenue Account 10542-43000, and Expense Account 1054-2070-51590. May I have a motion putting item number 2 on the floor?
So moved.
And may I have a second?
Yelston seconds.
Any discussion on item number 2? Okay, if there's no further discussion, I have a motion and a second that the legislative body herein assembled accept the recommendation of the Board of Selectmen and the Board of Finance to accept a grant in the amount of $5,447.45 from the State of Connecticut Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection, Division of Emergency Management, Homeland Security, entitled Fiscal Year 2024 Emergency Management Performance Grant. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? That's all the business I have for this meeting. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
Alrighty. And now making